Okay, now what do I do? Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I am a recovering alcoholic. I'm still sober, and I'm still enjoying each and every single day. I've never met somebody who's ever regretted getting clean and sober. I was thinking this weekend over on the topic from my last monologue, and Ernie, by the way, thank you for that topic, the topic of we don't have to settle. I really enjoyed that topic. There was a lot of depth to that topic that I wanted to explore, but obviously with time constraints here on video, couldn't do that. But I was thinking about it over the weekend a little bit deeper, and I was immediately taken back into time and was reminded of one of the questions that we would get asked the most by a newcomer. Hell, you might have been asked this question yourself, or quite frankly, you might be asking yourself this question. Now that I'm clean and sober, what do I do? What am I supposed to do now that I'm clean and sober? I've done all my step work. I've completed my 12-step program. I've followed all the advice and direction that my sponsor gave me. I've been to the 35,000 fake A meetings that I was supposed to go to. Now that I'm clean and sober, what am I supposed to do? Nobody ever told me that. And for all the advice and all the guidance, all the direction and all the suggestions that were given to us, has anybody ever really told you what you need to be doing next, now that you're clean and sober? To give you a great example, here's what I mean by this. To give you a great example, people who get clean and sober, they get clean and sober and they go, okay, I've gone to my meetings and I've done my step work, and now I'm just going to stop and enjoy being happy, joyous, and free because I'm sober. And that's great. If that's your pinnacle of recovery, great. I applaud you. I congratulate you. That is awesome. That was not for me. When I got clean and sober, it was like the doors were opened up, maybe the heavens parted, you could say, and I saw a whole new landscape that I didn't even know existed about all the different ways that all the different directions that I could take my life in. A great example, years ago, I used to think that I knew quite a bit about health and nutrition. I used to think that I had followed all the sound medical advice that had been given, and I was doing such a great job. Whenever I got sober, and within probably as I progressed through my first 6 months of getting sober, I realized everything I thought I knew was dead ass wrong. Like 95% of it was wrong. I had no clue. So now that I was clean and sober 6 months in, I was like, you know what? I'm really interested in this stuff. I want to go off and learn about it. I want to study it, even from an academic perspective. And so I enrolled in some curriculum courses and started studying it. Even to this day, I still review peer-reviewed journal articles that have been published. I love the science behind health and nutrition. It's absolutely fascinating. And now that I'm clean and sober, guess what? I get to share that with other people. That's one of the ways that I said, hey, you know what? Now that I'm clean and sober, what do I do? Oh, I can go learn this. I can go better myself. Hell, I can go position myself to help other people by going off and learning it. I'm not saying you have to go learn health and nutrition. That's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is you don't want to stay still. You don't want to get clean and sober and go, okay, I'm so excited about spending the rest of my life, every waking minute of every waking day in meetings. What? I've never met somebody who's ever said, I've never met somebody who lived in a sober living house who said, I'm so excited about spending the rest of my life living in a sober living house. Maybe they're out there and they do exist, but I just haven't met them. I've never had that conversation, would be dying to have that conversation. At the end of the day, just because we get clean and sober, we have this idea in our mind that, hey, we've done all of our work so we can just relax now, right? No, again, God has opened these doorways for us to start bettering ourselves, to maybe seek that job promotion that you've been after, to maybe try to learn this new skill, this new trait. Another great example that I can speak to personally is all my friends, they seem to be able to weld really good. I wanted to go off and learn how to weld. Guess what? I went off and I tried learning how to weld, and I also learned I don't need to be a welder. I tried it. I gave it a shot. I absolutely suck at it. So guess what? Maybe that health and nutrition stuff I studied, maybe that's a better option. Just because we get clean and sober, we don't need to settle. We don't need to stop. Whenever we stop growing, for me, whenever I stop growing, I stop living. And I've been given this life that I absolutely want to live. And I want to make sure that I live it to the fullest. So with that being said, I'm out of time. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I could not be any more appreciative. If there's a topic you'd like to hear discussed, please feel free to drop it into Recovery Classroom Facebook messaging app, or you can post your topic on one of these monologues, and we'll try to keep track and try to see it. If you like the content of these video monologues, please feel free to like and share on your own social media channels, and of course with your friends. We'll be talking again soon. Remember, guys, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.